Hello. I'm back today playing some more Pokemon Crystal, continuing our shiny badge quest, continuing the starter resets more specifically, as we are still on the hunt for the shiny Cyndaquil. We are currently sitting at a whopping 10,000 resets. In last Saturday's stream we we hit the big 5-digit 10,000. So yeah, we've been hunting for a while now. We're at what was it? It's 112 hours of hunting, which is quite a lot. So hopefully, maybe we'll get it today. Who knows? I have to wait and see. But I can hope. I can hope. So I think we've pretty much got everything set up. I do believe. So with that, I think we should switch over to the right screen so you guys can see better. And let me just close that and leave that open. And then we can begin. So let's go. First reset of the day. Is it going to be male or female? It's male, which means it can be shiny. Are we going to get it in 10,001? That'd be pretty cool, actually. If we got it on the first reset of today, that would be pretty cool. Okay. We did not, though. We continue. First female. Double female. It's another female. another female. Don't worry, Carl. Don't worry. How are you doing today? I've only been streaming for 20 minutes. It's fine. You haven't missed much. A lot warmer now that you've got a new working boiler. That's good. I'm doing good, thanks. And the game yesterday, it was okay. We won, but the game itself was not great. But the important thing is we got the win. You missed the big 10,000. That was on Saturday last week. That's where we ended. Oh, I clicked start. I think you were. I'm sure you were here for part of that stream. Yeah, that makes sense. Next week you should be on day shifts. Got a call telling you you've been moved onto nights. Ah, man. Do you prefer day or night shifts? I assume by the reaction at the end of the message you prefer day shifts. Female. Before the changes came in about 2 years ago, you hated day shifts. But now you look forward to them? Fair enough. Back then you did days for 2 weeks-ish in every 6-week rotation. Now you do them for 2 weeks in every 9-week pattern. Huh. What? Back when I was at university, during the summer holidays, I got a summer job at a Tesco frozen warehouse, so just like in a freezer warehouse. And me and my brother both worked there. We did some night shifts. They were not fun. Now it's 5 weeks in 9. Wait, I missed one. Back then, nights were 2 weeks in every 6 weeks. Now it's 5 in 9. Gotcha. So you do way too many nights, and then when you go onto days, it hurts because your brain is like, oh, why are we active? We usually sleep now. I want to sleep. Yeah. I can't imagine trying to switch shifts like that, like so often and stuff. Luckily, I don't have that problem with my work. We are a daytime only kind of job. And then you start getting used to the day shifts around Friday or Saturday. And then you go straight back into nights after the Sunday. And your brain's like, hey, have a migraine because you're messing me about so much. Oh, man. Yeah, that doesn't sound great. Oops. So now you can Google this, but as the chatter, you need to keep chat active, alive. I suppose you can. So you'll ask this. Did Villa win yesterday? Yes, we did. We won 1-0. Also, don't worry too much about keeping chat alive. It's fine. Don't worry. So yeah, we've got a nice lead going into the second leg next week because the thank you. Shiny hunting is very much a secondary hobby where you are doing something to keep your mind active whilst you hunt. See, I lots of people say that, but I actually struggle to shiny hunt while, like, I know a lot of people say like they'll watch a movie or a TV show or something like that. I actually can't shiny hunt while watching TV or a movie. I tried. I just can't do it. I'd much rather literally just watch my Pokemon. I don't know why. It's weird. Like when I first got into shiny hunting, before I started streaming and stuff, I used to shiny hunt on a beach. That was when I was on holiday. I'd just be on a beach shiny hunting. Hey, I haven't named too many. It's only been like, I don't know, 4 or 5 out of 10,000. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I like to be able to. I like watching it. I can't concentrate. The other thing is, when I'm shiny hunting streaming, I don't have the sound. I have to definitely concentrate then. Obviously on this hunt, because it's soft resets, you can't use the sound anyway. But in certain hunts, you can use the sound, so it's a bit easier to do those while doing something else. But a lot of my hunting, I do where it doesn't have sound like this. But yeah, I've done shiny hunting like in a car journey as well. I got my, in fact, actually, I got a shiny Cyndaquil while in a car in Heart Gold. I was in France and we were just on a family holiday in France, and I was soft resetting in Heart Gold. I got a shiny Cyndaquil. Your router just, how can you say this without breaking the nose? Fell over, so now you're on mobile. Oh, welcome back then. Thank you for keeping to the no swearing rule as well. I try to keep my streams as PG as possible so that anyone can watch. Obviously, occasionally things happen and it slips out. And it does depend on the game I'm playing as well. Obviously, some of the games I play are not PG. And at that point, it gets a little bit more relaxed. Virgin Media used to be good. Then you upgraded to a gigabit. Oh, that's a female. And now you get daily loss of connection. Yeah. To be fair, I used to get that with Sky as well. I'm now not with Sky. I'm with a random one that I'd never heard of before. Actually, who are we with? I don't even know who I'm with anymore. Who is my internet provider? I'm not sure who our internet provider is. I can't remember. All I know is I get 900 down, 900 up. So I'm happy. That's who our connection is with, City Fibre. But the actual provider of the broadband is not City Fibre. I got it installed as soon as I could. I was like, I saw City Fibre vans around and stuff. Probably. It's so good. It's so good. But yeah, I saw City Viper vans like around around here, and I looked into it. I was like, oh, what's this? And I was like, oh wow, there's some really good internets on it. But at the time when I first saw it, it wasn't like they hadn't actually started work here. I just seen their vans around. I was like, I need to keep an eye on this. So I put some like reminder things, alerts on, so that when they were in our area, then I could do it. And I did it as soon as I could. When you got it in Coventry, you got it installed ASAP too. Like the guy said, I was the first install of your entire street. Oh, nice. Your ISP was Vodafone, but it was City Fibre lines. Oh yeah, no, mine's definitely not. It's definitely not Vodafone. It was because it was one I hadn't heard of before. But like I say, I do not remember who they are. I could look it up. I have all the emails and stuff, but that's it. It is. I didn't realize, like, I knew it was 900 down, but it didn't actually like tell me how much up. So I was like, I don't like the up. As long like if it's 900 down, it's going to be decent up. I'm not like desperate for like amazing up. Like as long as I can stream, I'm happy. And then when I tested it, I was like, wait, what? I'm getting 900 on both? Okay, this is great. I'm surprised you can't get like that internet where you are. Not necessarily the exact same one, but like similar. More like other decent internets. I don't know why Coventry gets the decent internets and other places don't. That is one of the things that I dislike about visiting my parents. It's probably the only thing I dislike about visiting my parents, is their internet. But there are many more plus sides to visiting my parents than having no internet. Or very bad internet. You have your notifications registered, but every time you check, you get, we aren't in your area. Nor do we have any plans to be anytime soon. Oh man. Father-in-law has unusually good internet for how old and single occupancy he is. My parents, they live in Cornwall, and internet is not great in Cornwall, especially as they are not in a town either. They're just on the coast, in a little village, I guess you could call it. Not even a village, really. He lives in Somerset. Somerset with the good internet. But yes, there is a very minor point about going to visit my parents is their internet. Obviously, being in Cornwall, on the coast, like literally sea views, I think I can deal with not having a little bit of internet while I'm there. Also, seeing my parents, free food. Not even just free food. People who cook the food for you. And I'm not talking about my parents. Yes, they cook food for me. But also, they own a cafe. They live in the cafe. We have cafe workers that cook for me. It's great. You live around the corner from your parents, and they've really cut down on the free food. Yeah. I don't see my parents very often, because they live so far away. So they're obviously going to offer me free food to go visit them. But also the cafe, like, it's not like just them just giving me free food. There's also a cafe involved. Oh, there we go. Doing this with my wrong hand because I'm writing on my whiteboard. Okay. See you when you're back. The IT response of, have you tried turning it on, off and on again? Cool. based on the HP ad you're getting, you think you're back online. That's good. You see me on the computer again. Nice. It's a female. Throw my pen around. female. I click start. Why is my start button not working? I threw my pen around. I just said I dropped my pen. Also, you have guinea pigs. That's cool. How many guinea pigs do you have? Oh, you have 3. And that also. What are their names? Three girls. Daughter, name them? Kiki, Fifi, and Evie. Nice. I like it. We used to have guinea pigs a long time ago when I was little. We had 2. They were also both girls. One was called Ginger and one was called Spice. My dad named them. They were both ginger guinea pigs as well, just to clear up why they were called Ginger and Spice. Why did I reset? That's annoying. That could have been shiny. I don't know. Clicked the wrong button. Well, That's a female. Let me just do this one sec. Okay, apparently on here I have to go the full way. I can't tab your name in. You have 60 seconds. Go, go, go. Aww. Well, at least you can easily tell which one's which, because they all look different. Whereas Ginger and Spice looked exactly the same. Kiki is the black one, Fifi is the grey one, and Evie is the tricolored one. Nice. Ours were outside guinea pigs. They lived outside. When you lived with your parents, you had loads of guinea pigs and rabbits, and they were outdoor ones. Some even had babies. Wow. Fair enough. Yeah. Ginger and Spice were escape artists, though. They would escape from their cage. Well, that was what happened in the end. One of them ran away. We never saw them again. And then the other one didn't last long after that, being on their own. Yeah. We had an escape artist hamster as well. His name was Louis. It was almost very bad for Louis, because he managed to get out the top of his cage, which was on top of a chest of drawers. He then fell off the back of the cage and chest of drawers, fell down behind the chest of drawers, but the way that I guess the chest of drawers weren't perfectly like straight down, because he basically got stuck against the wall and the chest of drawers on the way down. So we just heard noises and then realized that Louis was not in the cage, but was in fact sandwiched between the wall and the chest of drawers. Luckily, we found him. Yes, he was okay. The problem was he wasn't in. We didn't have a proper hamster cage. It was a converted rabbit hutch. So the wiring on it was the like hexagonal little hole ones rather than straight lines and stuff. So he was able to squeeze himself through this little hexagonal hole thing. We had like plastic on the top of it, like to try and stop him from doing it, but he managed to push his way like it wasn't like secured down, but we thought it was like enough that he wouldn't be able to do it. Also, he would have had to climb, like jump and climb to get to the like the actual mesh. So he really tried to get out. Tried very hard. Because he had to jump, climb through while pushing through this perspex plastic stuff. Not through it, but push it so it was up and out the way, kind of thing. Obviously, he wasn't going to go through the perspex. That would have been very impressive. But he pushed it out the way. But yeah, we had a few hamsters. Because hamsters don't tend to live that long. Especially when it's children looking after them, and playing with them. The only thing you can tell me about these guinea pigs... Wait, one second. Let me just do this quick. Is that Fifi cost you like 1.2k in vet bills because she got a bladder stone and needed an operation? People said you were crazy and that she's just a guinea pig and get another one, but those people shouldn't own pets. No, 100% shouldn't own pets. But also, that is a lot of money. But if Fifi, if you'd just gone, nah, we're not spending that much on Fifi, your daughter would have been so upset. And the missus. And you. I was more thinking your daughter because she's probably the one that would least understand the situation. Because her concept of money is probably a little bit different from your concept of money. Fifi is the most cuddly one. She loves to be held and everything, but she gets so excited that she can't settle and just popcorns. What's off you? That's funny. We got my favourite song on. You lost a dog when she was 4, and other family members have lost pets, so she kind of knows. Yeah. Guinea pigs are now considered an exotic pet, so insurance for them is few and far between and has a lot of caveats to what is covered. Wow, I did not realize that. Huh. I would have never put guinea pig as exotic. However, I also don't know where guinea pigs come from. Because you see them in in petting zoos and stuff, so it's like, surely anything in a petting zoo is like normal, like not exotic. There's a petting zoo. It's usually single incident cover, so you pay until you claim, and then your insurance is void, and a lot of other options for insurers then won't renew your cover. Wow, okay, that seems silly. You heard that they're not in the wild anymore? Don't know how true that is. Huh. Fair enough. To be fair, I'm not gonna. I don't think I've ever heard of a wild guinea pig. To be fair, so it could be true. Brave Eye says guinea pigs are native to the Andes Mountains of South America, specifically in the regions that now include Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, and parts of northern Chile and northwestern Argentina. Interesting. Hi Z, don't worry, no need to be sorry. It's okay. Also, I hope your PC problems are not too bad and that you've sorted them. How are you doing? You know, one of those places eats them, which is horrible. I mean, we eat all kinds of animals. I mean, I'm not going to tell people they can't eat what they want to eat. If it's in their culture, they can go ahead. I'm not going to say I'm going to eat a guinea pig, but if it's part of the way that they've always been, then that's fair enough. Some places don't like us eating pigs, but we still do it. Oh yeah, no, obviously there should never be abuse involved. It's just the exhaust fan. You think it's loose or something? Sounds like a plane taking off. That's what my laptop sounds like some of the time. Don't worry, Carl. Don't worry. True. Yeah, I don't think I could ever be vegetarian. I'm too fussy of an eater that if I was then limiting myself further to only vegetables, I would be... Well, I probably wouldn't eat. You have to take the panel off again and push it back. Now it's fine. Oh, that's good at least. You don't look at a cow and think, that's a walking hamburger. And you don't look at meat in the supermarket and think, wow, what that cow's name was? Because again, if you did vegetarian. Yeah, no, that's that's understandable. Also, this number is a good number. If we got the shiny now, this would be cool. Come on, shiny. Be a cool one. Ah. Now we have to wait till 20,202. Oh, actually, we could do 111111. That could be the next one. I mean, I guess any of the hundreds and one work too. So 10,201, 10,301, they all work. but having them all as ones is also cool. You got a shiny Sudowoodo in Go this morning? That's cool. I like shiny Sudowoodo. It always reminds me of Maracas, shiny Sudowoodo, because in school we had red Maracas, and it's the ends of its hands are red when it's shiny. So I always think of Maracas. So you did. I'll check in a sec. You know we have a shiny sharing one, right? Actually, you do know that. You already used it before. Have you not? Well, maybe you didn't. No, you didn't. We have a shiny sharing one. You can put it down. But it's fine. It was Squishy that used the shiny sharing one the other day. Trying to show off. Trying to show off their shiny Cyndaquil when I'm trying to hunt one. It was just mean. I'm assuming that's you sharing it in the other place. Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Nice. Oops. I wanted to say yes. I accidentally clicked B, not A. You're up to 9 shinies in Go so far. Nice, that's cool. I've got quite a lot of shinies in Go from back when I actually played it. In not even a month. That's very good. That is very good. Yeah, I'm not sure how many shinies I've got in Go, but it's quite a few. But I did play it for quite a while when I first played it. I have never transferred any. I keep my Go shinies separate from everything else. Plus, I don't actually play Pokemon Go anymore, so I can just leave them there, and it's fine. You don't play a lot here and there when you're at work, since you're walking around all day. That's fair. Okay, wow, that's a lot of shinies. What are hundos? Is that a Go term that I am not aware of? perfect time. Yes. Gotcha. 100%. I understand. That's a lot of those as well. Fair enough. And you have 54 Nundos, which are the opposite. I kind of figured that would be the opposite. One of those Nundos are shiny. One of those Nundos are shiny, a Machamp, and 10 of the Hundos are shiny. Cool. You keep forgetting to play Fire Red. Got to get back on the grind this weekend. I've been playing. I'm currently... Where am I? I'm currently in Pokemon Tower. I have 4 gym badges. You only got 2. Fair enough. So I actually started again. I actually got further than this, but then I went back and started again because I was like, I was doing it as a soft Nuzlocke where I wasn't doing deaths or anything. I was just doing Nuzlocke encounters, and then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to pick a team and just play like that. So then I went back and started again, picked a team, and I decided I wanted to make sure I had decent natures for each of my Pokemon in my team. So I've been searching for decent nature Pokemon. The Misty one was a pain. You had to grind up a lot of levels. The thing about the Misty battle is you could have carried on and not fought Misty and trained upon trainers all the way through till Lieutenant Surge. Well, just before Lieutenant Surge. So you actually had all the trainers from north of Cerulean City, south of Cerulean City, Route 11 to the right of Vermilion, and the SSN. You can do all of that before fighting Misty. Because the police man, woman, I can't remember, that's standing in front of the house that you have to go through to get round to going south. If you go to talk to Bill, that police officer moves. They move out the way. Hi, Squishy. How are you doing today? Come to gloat. Sorry, I'm joking. Don't worry. You doing good? Excellent. You're hunting Hoppip now. Cool. Nice. That's a nice shiny. I like shiny Hoppip. Are you doing a shiny badge quest or like a shiny dream team or something? Or are you just randomly shiny hunting in Hard Gold Soul Silver? I don't know which one you're in. You're at 1,227 random encounters. Well, keep it up. Keep going. You got this. I assume you're hunting just outside Union Cave. I think that's where Hoppip is. Soul Silver. Cool. The better of the two. Nice. Are you going to eventually shiny hunt Lugia and get the shiny Lugia? It's a bit hard to see now, but this is a shiny Lugia. It's just very faint. Oh, I forgot to add one on. My bad. Nice. That's cool. Shiny Lugia is cool. I like it. I mean, I like Lugia in general, but the shiny is good shiny. You're doing a shiny badge quest currently, but you're thinking about a shiny living dex. Well, good luck. To be fair, I am technically working my way towards a shiny living dex as well, but very slowly, especially as I restarted it. And by very slowly, I mean this is counting towards my shiny living dex. And we haven't even got one yet. Well, I've got some in my shiny living dex. I've got about 6 in my shiny living dex or something like that. But this one has taken us 113.5 hours so far, and we haven't even got it yet. That's female. Why did I restart it? Because I wanted to track it better, and have stream reactions for every single one of the living decks. And I thought, you know what? It's easier if I just restart and not use any of my old ones. As in, easier to have a better tracking. Basically, I'm tracking a lot more data for this living dex than I did previously. Before, I was just tracking the fact that I had the Pokemon. Now I'm tracking time taken, encounters, what game, what method, when I got it, when I started it, what else? The Pokeball I got it in, all that kind of stuff. So I don't have that data for a lot of my other shinies, so it was easier for me to go, okay, I'm going to keep all those shinies. I haven't got rid of them, but I'm not going to track them for my living dex. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do shiny badge quests to help me do the living dex. That was a bad idea, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm only including hunted shinies in the shiny living dex as well. So any random encounters I get in like the ones I got in Legends ZA, they're not counting towards my living dex because they're just random and not hunted. It's going to be hunted living dex, not just a living dex. I should really make a command so that you guys can see the progress of my living dex. I'll try and sort that out this weekend. That's a female. I have a link to it. I just haven't got a command for it. Or I think I have a link to it. I don't know how to link it. I'll figure it out. It's on ShinyDex, shinydex.com. It's got all the tracked information on all of the shinies I've got so far. I don't think you can see my current hunts in there. I don't think you can. That's something you can see as a viewer of my dex, which is a shame. It'd be cool if you could see other people's like active hunts. Because that's where I'm getting the timer down there. That's the one that's on the actual shinydex.com. It's just a screen grab of that timer. I don't have the link. That's the only thing. I need to go get the link and stuff. So don't worry, I'll sort it out. I can do it between streams. It'll only take me a few minutes. I just need to work out how, what part of the website you link to. I know you can do it or at least I know you can see other people's dexes because I've looked at other people's hunt dexes on there. I've not looked for my own as an outsider, so I just need to figure out how to get that. So it'll just take a few minutes for me to work that out. But I'd rather be hunting than looking for that link, because I can just link it for tomorrow. What I might do between shiny badge quests is do some random shiny hunts rather than go from shiny badge quest and shiny badge quest and shiny badge quest. I do it as a shiny badge quest, a few random hunts, shiny badge quest, a few random hunts, shiny badge quest, a few random hunts. That way, I'm not stuck just doing long hunts constantly. I actually do get a few shinies. To be fair, the later shiny badge quests, or like when I do the later generation shiny badge quests, they should be a little bit quicker at getting the shinies because obviously better odds and more methods to shiny hunt with. But it can be a little bit mind-numbing just doing shiny badge quests. But also, what that could do is because obviously I've got a layout here. I would like a new layout for every single shiny badge quest I do. So if I finish this shiny badge quest, then I can do random hunts while Bug is creating our next layout. And then it's not like any pressure on her to get it done like super quick. I mean, I could just get her to do it ahead of time before I finish this, but there is also less pressure than still if I say, if I'm getting close to the end, I can say we can start working on it, and then even if I finish the shiny badge quest before she's finished making it, then I've still got a bit of time for her to make it. What? What happened? That was weird. Okay. I just got a notification that I lost connection to the chat, but I think it's come back straight away. So I think we're good. That's a female. Another female. Oops. I did not mean to click select there. You wonder if this will go down as my longest hunt for the living decks. Potentially. I'm just trying to think of ones where it might be slower. Sun and Moon's starter resets are quite long, but obviously the odds are halved, so there is that to go off of. In terms of encounter number, possibly. But in terms of time, that we'll have to wait and see for that one, I guess. Actually, to be fair, I probably would be doing Ultra Sun and Moon. I don't remember which one is the longer of the two of the starter resets. But I seem to remember them both being quite long. But yeah, out of those games, I'd be doing Ultra Sun and Moon because I prefer the Ultra Sun and Moon like game than Sun and Moon. I'm gonna try most of the time. I'm gonna be doing on the original game for like each region. That's why I'm doing Crystal, not Heart Gold or Soul Silver. But for Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, they're the same generation, and I prefer Ultra Sun and Moon's like game to Sun and Moon. I think it's an upgrade. So we'll be doing that version of Alola. But like I say, I can't remember what the resets are like on the two. I know I seem to remember Sun and Moon being a really long one, but I can't remember if Ultra Sun and Moon is as long. X and Y's is quite long, but I've already done that before and it wasn't actually that bad. To be fair, actually no. That was only because I got the shiny really quickly. I got it in like, what was it, like 100, 200 encounters or something like that in X and Y? Can't remember. Female. And then for obviously the later generations, I can't even do starter resets officially. But I'm gonna try and work some magic to be able to unlock them, because I hate shiny locks. I'm gonna work some magic on some games to unlock all shinies, so that I can actually have some fun with my Pokemon games. Which ones are shiny locked? 8, 9, and probably 10. But also, like, I'll even like unlock the legends and stuff from Gen 6, Gen 5, Gen 6 onwards. Wait, is Gen 5? Are there legends shiny locked? I feel like Gen 5 have shiny locked legends as well, but I can't remember exactly. Yeah, Black and White 2. I thought it was. Not Black and White, just Black and White 2. Fair enough. See, for those shiny badge, I haven't decided what I'm going to do for Gen 5 shiny badge quest. Do I just go for the Black and White 2, or do I go for Black and White 1 and Black and White 2 because it's like a continued story? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. But that we're a long way from long way from Gen 5 shiny badge quest. Because we're going Gen 2, Gen whatever latest one is at that point, Gen 3, 1 below what we did before, Gen 4, 1 below what we did before. So to get to Gen 5 is pretty much in the middle right now, so it's the furthest away. So we've got plenty of time to decide what we want to do for that. But yeah, shiny locking Pokemon was one of the stupidest things that they could have done. Like, it's just, why? What was the point? So what if the cutscene doesn't match the actual game when you actually look at your Pokemon? It's like, I think I'd rather be up. I wouldn't be upset if my Pokemon was a different color than what it was in a cutscene before. It's like the chances of it happening are low, and it would be awesome if it happened. Not the opposite. It wouldn't be on. It wouldn't not be awesome. It would only be awesome if it happened. Gen 5 were the first Pokemon games you got. That's a cool starting point. Gen 5 games are good. Very fond memories of those games. See, Gen 5 came out at the wrong time for me. They came out at a point where I wasn't really playing that much Pokemon. And I'm really disappointed that that is the case, because because I still played them, but I didn't really care that much, like fully about Pokemon at that point. So I played them, I just kind of rushed through the story and just kind of did it. Didn't really pay attention too much to it. And then years later, I went back to them and I was like, played through them properly, like paying attention, reading everything and stuff like that. And I was like, these are such good games. I can't believe I didn't play these properly back when they came out. They were great games for the end of the DS era. I agree. I still think my favorite is Soul Silver. That is still my favorite Pokemon game. For Gen 4 being good, like good games, but then also being nostalgic for being a remake of Silver, which was my first Pokemon game. Oops. I thought I was on the other yes, not that yes. It's a female. Oops. When we first got back in 2018, you had just gotten Hard Gods server as physical games. It's playing through them. That's cool. Can't remember which one though. Fair enough. It was a while ago. Mm-hmm. Oops. Click through too quickly. Female. It's crazy looking back because you found me again from going back on your old Discord account recently, and that gave you a full-on trip down memory lane. That's cool. Yeah, I still need to sort out the. It needs to sort out the Discord because I need to actually like make it like actually active. I need to start using it. I'm just not very good at posting things in there because I don't really do anything that's worthy of posting in there. But I guess I just need to like start like just using it as a like chat, like just general chat, not something specific. Obviously, we can have the specific stuff that happens as well, but yeah, my Discord, yeah, it's pretty dead. I mean, Z and Squishy are trying their best to make it more active, so thank you both. Yeah, mine's my fault as well. I don't use it properly. Me and Bug are going to be... We're planning on a freshening up of the Discord. just to try and do some more stuff with it. But it's just finding the time to like sit down with her and go through it all and decide what we actually want to do with it, and then actually doing stuff with it. Where did I get the Lugia hoodie? It's A-Drive's clothing brand. I don't know whether they still do it or not. I've had it for years. Team Shiny. That's the one. I couldn't remember what it was. It literally says it on here, I think, somewhere. Maybe? Maybe it doesn't. I can't. I have a few. Well, I have one hoodie and then I have a couple of t-shirts. I have the shiny Lugia. I have a shiny Chimchar hoodie t-shirt and a shiny Mew t-shirt. You love his much, but you fell out with his content. Yeah, I don't watch his content either anymore. But I owe a lot of my growth to him. As in my Twitch growth. Because when I was like about a year and a bit into my streaming, he raided me a couple of times, which blew up my my follow account. So used to watch all his Let's Plays. Fair enough. The same with John Stone. I watched just some of John Stone's stuff. You mod for? Nice. Yeah, it was kind of crazy when A Drive raided me, because I was like streaming to like 10 to 20 people. This was back when I actually got quite a few more viewers than I get currently. Like, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And I actually quite like having only a few people here. But when we got raided, we had 2,000 people, and I was like, what do I do? How does this work? I can't read the chat. It's going too fast. Because I like to be able to read the chat. I like to be able to actually like respond to everyone. Yeah, I agree. I also had a follower alert on. That had to go off. It was constant pinging off. I was like, oh god, I can't do this. Quite possibly. I can't actually remember. He raided me a couple of times, so I can't remember when when they both were. But one of them probably was around the time that you followed. Because I know I'd been streaming for probably a year and a bit. How many people can say they met you IRL? Which is how they're here. One? I think you're the only person who met me IRL before on stream. And then, well, I guess maybe the the Brofessors as well. Actually, maybe the Brofessors as well. But they don't come to the stream, so that's a little bit different. Out of the people who actually come to streams, you, and only you. I've met quite a lot of people through streaming. As in, well, not a lot, but quite a few. A few people. I've met a few people from before I started streaming via being a viewer of other streams. I've met up with a few of those people before as well. Which is cool. I went all the way to Australia to meet one of the friends I made through being a viewer of a couple of streamers. That was cool. Yep. We went on a cruise. It was fun. It was very fun. I enjoyed it. backwards land. Furthest she's gone is Florida, and he came down from Georgia. That's cool. I can't say I've gone any further because there's not really anywhere further than going all the way to the other side of the world to meet with somebody. Almost a year to the day, actually. You've never left the country. Fair enough. I mean, you do live in a big country, so you can go to a different part of your country and it'd be very different to where you are and still be in the same country. You've only left the state once. Okay, that's a little. That's okay. Well, that's on you. Okay. You envy that about the US? Well, Z's from Australia, so but similar. New South Wales is huge. True. True, true, true. That's where I went. That's where I was. Yeah, Sydney is huge. But yeah, I was in Sydney for, I can't remember how, like a week, nearly. Then on a cruise for just over a week. Actually, I've been Sydney for a few days. Cruise for just over a week, and then a couple of days in Sydney afterwards as well. And we explored a bit of Sydney. Went to Bondi Beach. That was pretty cool. It was like deserted because it was just after the summer holidays had finished. Like everyone had gone back to school, so it was a deserted Bondi Beach. We also went up to the Blue Mountains. That was cool. Is it Blue Mountains? Is that what it's called? I'm trying to remember that. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. C will have to correct me if I'm wrong. You've never been to Bot? Okay. I guess it's just a beach to you, but the Blue Mountains. I was right. Okay, I thought it was. It was. How long ago now? It was 20. When was it? 2017. I went. So. It would have been just over 9 years ago. It was in end of January, February that I went. You've been there once. So have I. You went in 2015 or 16? Nearly the same time as me. A year out. Or a year or two out. Because like I say, I was there in 2017. It would have been January 2017. I also went, we did the, that was a female, Sydney Harbour Bridge. We went to the top of Sydney Harbour Bridge. I do not like heights. And parts of it were scary, but I'm glad I did it. Mm-hmm. I don't like heights at all either, but you're harnessed in. And for the most part, you're not actually anywhere near the edge. The only horrible bit that I didn't like was you go under the bridge and then up. Or, well, actually, I think it was on the way down. But you go under, because the bridge has got a road and train tracks on it. You go underneath the train track part, and as we were going under it, a train went over our head. That was not nice. Also, we're down to our last few resets for today. You're fine with heights? It's the falling you don't like? Well, I think that's most people's fear of heights, is the fear of falling from a high place. True. But yeah, and that part of the climb. So most of the climb is just on like a staircase, and it's like you can't see through it. You're not that close to the edge. But the bit where you go underneath the train track, it's just like metal grating that you're standing on. It's probably about this thick, if that, and it wobbles. That was not fun. You always remember the first 125 mile per hour train passing only 4 feet away from you. Wow. Yeah, that would be scary. So yeah, the bit under the train track is the only bit you can see underneath underneath you, and then a train went over our head. But the rest of the climb was fine. And there's two different sides you can do it on. So we were doing it one side, and there was another group doing it the other side. They obviously had some sort of like stag do or henpai. I can't remember if they were guys or like men or women. But they were like doing karaoke at the top, which is kind of cool. Yeah, that was that trip. I had my first birthday where I wasn't in the UK. In fact, it's probably my only birthday I haven't been in the UK. I think. And I spent my birthday on a cruise ship, which is kind of cool. It's a female. Where was the cruise to? So we went from Sydney, went down, and then eventually got to Melbourne. And we were heading to Kangaroo Island, which isn't too far from there. And that was meant to be our last stop, which we made it to there, but we couldn't get off because the only way to get onto Kangaroo Island is via tender. And the sea was too rough to tender over to Kangaroo Island, so we weren't actually able to do that stop, which is unfortunate. And then from there, it was just straight back to Sydney. There were a couple of stops before Melbourne as well. So we stopped at, I can't remember what the cove is called. But there was like this cove place that we stopped at. And then we also stopped at a place where we were able to go to the 12 Apostles? Is that what it's called? The rock formation. Went on a coach trip over to the 12 Apostles, which is kind of cool. Okay, final reset for today. It's male, which which means it can be shiny. I know. And it's not shiny. Never mind. Oh, one of the other cool things about the cruise was our cabin was fairly low, so you could see the water out the cabin window. And one of the days that we were there in the cabin, we could see dolphins swimming next to the cruise ship. That was really cool. I mean, I've seen dolphins closer up than that, and like when I've been in Cornwall, we went on a boat thing, and it had that mesh thing that you could stand on, and there were dolphins swimming underneath that. So that was closer, but it was still cool to see dolphins out our cabin window. The problem is the cabin windows are so grimy, though. You couldn't really I couldn't take very good pictures of it out the window because of the sea salt and stuff splashing against the window so much. They're just so grimy. You fed them at SeaWorld in Florida? That's cool. I tried to get pictures of them. I probably don't have the pictures anymore. They're probably on my Facebook page somewhere, but I don't have them. But yeah, I tried to get pictures of the dolphins. Okay, anyway, this is where we're going to end it for today. If we want to talk more stories about my trip to Australia and stuff, and Florida for you and stuff like that, I'll be back tomorrow at 9 PM to continue this. And maybe you'll get a shiny. Maybe. Who knows? I have to wait and find out. So yeah, we'll be back at 9 PM UK time tomorrow to continue this. Yes, Friday, Saturdays are 9. Monday to Thursday is 8. Because I don't have to go to bed as early. Because I don't have work the next day. Okay. Yes. Yeah, it's two different times depending on what my next day is like. So when it's a school night or a work night, it's 8 o'clock. If it's a weekend, it's 9 o'clock. But anyway, okay, that is where we're going to end it. So it's been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Thank you all for being here, and I shall see you all in another stream. So